Hangout on Air from the venue of ISCONTOUR 2015. And I have here the founders of the conference, Professor Roman Egger and Professor Christian Maurer. Roman is from Salzburg University of Applied Sciences, and Christian is from Krems, University of Applied Sciences. So today we're going to talk about the conference and basically also the strategies to basically develop leadership talent and also preparing the future generation of tourism, e-tourism researchers as well. And so we're going to listen from Roman and Christian both about their experiences in organizing the conference, the motivation behind it, and also you know, your plan for the future. And also we're going to hear from the recipients of Best Paper Awards. These awards are actually sponsored by IFITT, and we are really happy that all of the papers presented in this conference are of high quality, and the students are really doing a good job in doing their research and also presenting it. And so we're going to listen from them about their research briefly. But I will start with the professors first. So could either you or Christian start with explaining about how ISCONTOUR was started and what the motivation behind it and basically the history.
Yeah, it's my part. Thanks,
okay.
Iis, for the introduction. Hello, everyone out there. Hope you enjoy our little broadcasting in the afternoon. Yes, what was the idea of ISCONTOUR? As Iis already said, the founding fathers of ISCONTOUR, Roman Egger and myself. The idea behind was actually that a lot of research done by students is of very high quality, and unfortunately it happens very often that the research, the bachelor thesis, master thesis, after they are written, land somewhere in a library shelf or in the shelves of the professors, and no one actually gets recognized or does recognize the outcomes of these research projects. And we thought if we create a platform where students can showcase and demonstrate the research abilities and then present the papers, that is beneficial for the students, of course, it's beneficial for the recognition of our universities, it's also important for the recognition of the tourism industry in general, and for the students because they can publish something, and we want to establish a platform where the students can meet the practitioners, where the practitioners can learn about trends and developments in the tourism industry. They can also maybe meet the future high potentials, the future employees at our conference, and this was the idea behind it. Yeah. We started in 2013 with the first ISCONTOUR, which took place in Salzburg. The idea is also, since it's a joint project that is organized every year, alternatively at the Fachhochschule in Salzburg, so Salzburg University is University of Applied Sciences, and the following year at the IMC, University of Applied Sciences in Krems. Last year we had it in Krems, and we had about 220 participants and many interesting presentations. This year here in Salzburg, it was again a bigger success. We had about 250 participants, and I checked the board outside from almost 30 different countries. And we had altogether 22 presentations from authors, and fortunately also is you as the keynote speaker. And the idea also, and come to the end in a second, is that we had research methodology workshop yesterday. So we also want to give those students who are still in their education, who still write on the bachelor and master thesis, a possibility to learn from research experts, from experienced researchers about new methods, about new approaches to research. And so in these interactive workshops yesterday, we could also ask a lot of questions. Yeah. And we're looking forward to have the fourth ISCONTOUR next year again in May in Krems, and this ISCONTOUR 2015 is over, and the call for papers is already open. So if you have any papers, if you have any research projects, we are happy to receive the submissions in the next month.
Okay. You're basically answering all my questions that I prepared. All right, so before we continue, actually, if you have any questions about ISCONTOUR or about the theme in general, there's a Q&A button on top right corner of the video, and you can click that and you can type in your questions, and we're going to answer them while we're broadcasting this. All right, so the second question is basically about this conference, and probably you can explain a little bit more about the review process and what are the themes that gets a lot more submission compared to others. And,
well, this year we had 42 submissions. Well, the idea is that we really want to provide the students a platform, an academic conference. Normally, they don't have the possibility to participate in the regular conference. So we said this platform is just and especially for students, but everything else should be very like an academic conference. So they do have to submit their paper. Then the paper goes to an academic, to the review program committee, and I think we have 42 members in the program committee, and then each paper goes to 3 of them. So we will have 3 reviews, double-blind reviews, and then we are using EasyChair, and then there is a typical process that the students get the feedback from the reviewers, and then they have to resubmit, and we will decide which paper is going to be accepted and who is allowed to present here at the ISCONTOUR. We decided if there is a borderline paper, it at least needs to be positive in the mean of the points they get, of the range. Yeah. So finally, we had 25 papers this year, and 25 people who presented this year, and I think this is quite a good number if you compare it to other conferences as well. And
For 1 day.
For a 1-day conference, yeah. So we had in the morning we did have the opening, the general opening. Then Iis was doing a presentation. We also had someone here from the European Travel Commission saying some words, giving some insights into the tourism industry. And then we started with the breakout sessions. We had 3 parallel sessions in the morning, and then after breakfast again, twice blocks with 3 parallel sessions.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to congratulate both of you for the success of the conference. And I think this is really beneficial for the students to get involved really early in the scientific publication and conferences. It's really fantastic, I think.
Thank you. I want to add some additional information. First, the registration fees, as Roman already said, are really low because we want to give the students the opportunity of credits to participate. So students who send papers and also students who participate pay only 30 euros. And this includes everything, the proceedings, it includes the catering, it includes the social program, which is also for free. Yesterday we went to a brewery where we had dinner and drinks, yeah, and non-students pay 100 euros. So this is also an affordable conference, and this is very important. If someone is interested in finding out more about the ISCONTOUR, please visit our website. It's www.tourism-conference. No, sorry. Yeah. .com.
Yeah.
Tourism-conference.com. If you get lost, simply Google ISCONTOUR with a C in between, and then you will find it as well.
We will provide a link probably with the YouTube video after.
And I also want to add something, because we're really dependent on you out there, okay? So unfortunately, we made something wrong because you are currently not here. But the thing is that we depend on you because it's really hard to reach the students. So we need you as ambassadors, okay? Hopefully next year, Iis will bring some of her students because she knows the format, and hopefully we could convince her that ISCONTOUR is a great format for her students. So we really rely on the professors that they convince the students to participate and to hand in a paper, okay? Because in a regular community, it's, I don't want to say easy, but it's for sure easier to get people to a conference, and probably twice and also for the 3rd time. But as this is a student conference, they come once and then probably they're in the industry and we lost them. And we don't know, there is not a community which stays for years. So it's really tough to get the students. So we're dependent on your help.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, and thank you both. And I think we're gonna probably move over to the students. Yes, and so we have 3 best paper awards: first place, second place, third place. That all are sponsored by IFITT, and the recipients will get free memberships, free IFITT membership for a year, and then we have also 2 free registrations for Enter Conference for next year. And the first place actually goes to Stephanie Puhacek. Yeah, so I would like to ask everyone later also to explain a little bit about your research, probably about 2 minutes, and then your impression about the conference and what did you learn or get, or the benefits that you think the conference actually gave you this time.
Yeah, sure. So hello everyone out there. Basically, my topic of my research was social e-couponing and customer loyalty in the tourism industry. So I was interested in these tourism businesses who offer a deal on these group platforms like Groupon or Daily Deal, usually with a very steep discount, and then how this affects their profitability and how this affects their customers, because usually with this deep discount, they have to build a loyal customer base. So my question was if these customers could be loyal to the businesses who offer the deals. So I looked at different consumer characteristics and did a large online questionnaire with 330 participants. And then I was quite surprised about the outcomes, and I could map different consumer characteristics and how businesses should address these different customers. So I was very satisfied with the outcome. It was a very exciting study. And I was even more excited to come here yesterday. It started really great with these research workshops. So I didn't even participate. I worked together not only with students, but also with more experienced researchers together. It was very interesting, and we had a good time yesterday. Also, we went to a nice brewery and we enjoyed the evening. And of course, the most important part was today, when I could finally present my paper in front of, I think, 80 people, and they were just listening to me talking about my work. And I mean, for me, it's a really great experience because, you know, you put so much effort in this work, and when I finished it, I was convinced it would end up in the university shelf, or not even, because I didn't even print it out, so it might be forgotten anyways. And then I felt really great talking about it because, of course, I engaged a lot with this topic and I knew a lot about it. And then when you see that the audience is asking you questions, this feels really great because you can feel, okay, they listened to me and they're interested in what I did. So I really enjoyed that time here.
Did you mention where you're from?
Oh no, I'm from Austria.
Yeah. And you're studying?
Yes, I am studying at the Vienna University of Business and Economics. So this was my bachelor thesis. I studied bachelor in International Business Administration, and now I'm studying at the same university a master in a double degree in SAMS and International Management. And I will have to hand in next year my master's thesis. So who knows what's coming up, but it could be that I'm doing some more research in that area.
Thank you, thank you. And so the second place.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Paula. I'm originally from Brazil, but I've been living in Austria now for about 7 years. I started initially at the IFITT Krems, and then I graduated here from the IFITT Salzburg in Tourism and Innovation. It was a great pleasure for me actually to first write my master thesis about the alternate technologies, and how it actually fits in the context of tourism, and to make something out of it, which was the academic paper that I presented today at ISCONTOUR. It was very exciting also to have my paper nominated, and yeah, I have the great pleasure to be able to work with something that I wrote about, which is quite exciting. I'm working in the field of augmented reality right now for Wikitude. But about my research, which is what matters here, I was basically interested on everything that connects people to physical things and digital information. And looking more into that, I realized that there are certain technologies that are able to establish this connection, which, NFC technologies, augmented reality, smart wearable devices, and also RFID and QR codes. And looking into these technologies, I just wanted to investigate further how does it fit in tourism and how these technologies are currently being applied from both the tourist and the supply. And also, I wanted to investigate what are the impacts and what we can expect in the future from these technologies in tourism. So basically, there's a very complex and, I don't know, I think kind of good conceptual framework that I was able to come up with. And I hope that it serves as a base for further understanding of the Alternet and how we can actually apply it in tourism. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so the third place goes to actually a group of students. So we have 3 of them here. And yeah, so please explain your research and your impression about the conference.
Yeah, so good evening everyone. So maybe we just short introduce ourselves. I'm Johanna and I'm from Austria.
I'm Flavia and I'm from Uganda.
And I'm Martina and I'm from Austria.
Yeah, basically our research was about online reviews and the importance that travelers or potential travelers place on rating symbols and the text when they're looking at these reviews. And our research was very interesting because we used an experiment, which is very rare in tourism. We basically used the biggest eye tracking software, and we did a qualitative study. We had 8 students, and we had them exposed to 2. We also manipulated some of
We created a task, we had to perform. Yes. And according to this task, we looked at the ratio of positive and negative reviews, if this influences the decision for or against the hotel. And we also looked at if the symbols in the review are more important than the text items. And yeah, our results really showed that people basically mainly look at the symbols of the text review, and this is one of the main items of the hotel review.
Yeah, and we also came up with some implications, maybe for the practitioners in the tourism and hospitality industries, that maybe they could focus more onto the symbols, since we saw that a lot of people place interest on information that is easy to read and not so much on the text. Yeah, basically it was very interesting. And as regards the conference today, it was really good because we are at this stage of writing our master theses, and it was quite interesting because we got ideas on methodologies that we could apply for ourselves. And personally, I was very motivated. I'm probably thinking of another master and another PhD, so it was really good.
That's good.
And I think I speak on behalf of our whole group, and please correct me if I'm wrong. We were super excited about the methodology because, as Flavia said, it's rarely used in tourism, and we got to work with heat maps and scan pads and all those fancy words, and it was really interesting for us to work with a 100-page manual for software that was completely new to us. It was a big challenge, and I think we did it well.
Great, yeah. All right, thank you very much, and congratulations to you and to the previous 2. And I will hopefully we'll see all of you at Enter Conference next year, which will be in Bilbao, Spain. All right, so please, the 2 professors back here. Okay, so I'm going to be in the middle again. Okay, so last question is about what's going to be in the future. What's next for ISCONTOUR?
Well, next is certainly the next Enter. Sorry, confused me now. Thank you, but this is something that Iis will say later. The next ISCONTOUR in May 2016 in Krems. Yeah, If you're really interested in this conference, then first you can, of course, visit our website, as I said before, and these are the proceedings, so they can be also ordered online from Amazon if you have not attended the conference. But in the future, hopefully, you will come and also get this really interesting proceedings from this conference. What is a vision of Roman and myself is that we move with ISCONTOUR to other countries. Don't want to say all the details now, but we have already some talks that we maybe go abroad in the year 2017. We found an interesting host university actually who is willing to host us for ISCONTOUR in 2017. We discussed already some of the issues and we will work out a concept now, and this would give ISCONTOUR and also students from other countries an opportunity to join ISCONTOUR. And of course it's an Austrian thing and it's a thing that we, Roman and I, developed, but we want to foster this idea of ISCONTOUR to give more students the possibility to publish their research, proud of the research, and we have seen it now from the ICT award winners that they are rather proud, and I think this is a great thing. And Roman and I don't sleep. We always work out new ideas, be it now having a very interesting social program, bring in interesting keynote speakers, and maybe you can say this about our concept about the keynote speakers. I think this is also unique.
Well, sure. Yeah, for the keynote speakers, just female researchers. Okay, so we really want to bring in ladies. Well, tourism is dominated by ladies, and we were really happy that you had time.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
We also want to thank IFITT actually for supporting us with the conference, with supporting us with the awards, with the prizes, and thank you, Iis, being here.
Thank you very much. So I think that concludes our Hangout on Air, and I have to say this is by far the easiest, least complicated Hangout on Air. We're all in the same place. So thank you very much, and I didn't see any questions from the audience, but thank you very much for being with us, and hopefully we will see you at Enter Conference in Bilbao next year on February 2nd, I think. Start. Yes. Thank you very much, and have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.